Hi, it's Marianne back again. I want to talk today about business intuition and business clarity. And this is really, really important about goal settings and achieving your goals and your plans. There are masters throughout history who've done incredible things, and we can tap into the same things that they've done. People like Einstein and Steve Jobs and Walt Disney, Warren Buffett, all sorts of people, Napoleon Hill, Steve Jobs. All sorts of people have achieved great things in history. So what I would like you to do, if you want to ignite your happiness, your joy, and succeed in life, and you're stuck and you don't have clarity on all your goals, align yourself and do this exercise that I'm going to show you. This life hack that Walt Disney did, and did a lot. And it's really, really easy. All you need is 3 Post-it notes like this. Write in 3 names of 3 people who you admire, business visionaries that you would like to actually emulate or get advice from, so they can be dead or alive. So write them down. So for me, I would write Napoleon Hill, I would write Warren Buffett and Steve Jobs. 3 people who I have never met, who I would really, really like to get advice from. And the only one that's alive is Warren Buffett at the moment. So okay, I write there 3 names on 3 different pieces of paper, and I put the 3 different pieces of paper on 3 different chairs, and then I get a journal, okay? And then I go to the first chair and I pretend to channel Napoleon Hill. So Napoleon, I would sit on the chair and I would pretend to see what Napoleon would be seeing to my curly question that I've asked him. I would pretend to hear what Napoleon is hearing to that curly question that I had asked him. I would pretend to feel what Napoleon was feeling and write down the answers to the question that I had asked him. I would pretend to channel him and write down his perspective of what I needed to do to move forward to get more clarity on my project or idea. And once I finished that, I would then break the energy of that space, and I would move to the next chair. And this is really important. You don't do it on the same chair. You move to the next chair because you need to have a different perspective. And then you would get the Post-it note, put it down, and this time it might be Warren Buffett or someone that you would choose. Now, I've chosen Warren Buffett because I admire Warren and I want to understand his solution to my question to get more clarity with what I want to do. Okay, so Warren, what on earth would you do with this situation? I sit on the chair and I pretend to channel Warren. I would look at the world through how he sees things. I would pretend to view the world how he's hearing things. I would pretend to see the world as he's feeling things. And I would write down the answer to my idea, my question, and I would get his perspective on what I should do to move forward to get more clarity. And then I would get up once that has finished, and I would move to the 3rd chair. And on the 3rd chair, I would have the name Steve Jobs. And Steve Jobs' name would be written on this piece of paper, and I would put it down on the chair, and I would sit on the chair, and I would pretend to channel or tap into the energy of Steve Jobs. And I would ask Steve Jobs a question to give me clarity on some perspective that I needed to move my project forward. So, and then I would start writing. I would write and I would see things from Steve's perspective. I would pretend to hear things from Steve's hearing perspective. I would pretend to feel things as if Steve was feeling them. And I would write the answers down. And once I've done that, I would then have 3 different perspectives to my own to view and look at and set my goals and implement my plans to move forward. And I can guarantee you there are some gold nuggets in there that will help you move forward to a state of joy and happiness and success, like all of these people have achieved in their own lifetime. If you want to know more about this, I have a click on the link below, because I've written it all down in a life hack, and you can click into that and get that life hack and then do it anytime you want. So have a great day, and thanks for listening.